We read stories, novels, essays, letters, and many more texts. And do you know? There is a purpose behind it. Each text has a purpose. And this is our topic. We're going to study aims, functions, and analysis of a text. Firstly, we'll discuss the aims and purposes of a text. The first aim and purpose of a text is to inform us. Texts inform us in different ways. For example, it gives us factual information. In factual informations, there are the news articles, reports, textbooks, and some other things which have the real facts. Number two, instructions and guidelines. A text gives us instructions. For example, it gives us instructions through holy books. It also guides us. Number three, opinions and arguments. A text gives us different opinions through essays, through editorials, and through persuasive texts. Number four, stories and experiences. A text tells us about different stories and different experiences of the people, and it also tells us about their emotions and experiences. Number five, persuasive information. It gives us persuasive information, means that we are induced or persuaded by listening or by reading to that text. Second aim of a text is it entertains us. It entertains us through comedy, humor, satire, irony, and other humorous things. And then the rhyming scheme in poetry, that is very entertaining, that delights the reader a lot. And then there are the adventures in adventurous stories, in different historical stories, they also entertain us. And then there are the things which are related to our emotions, which are related to our feelings. For example, we have fallen in love, so the emotions which are related to our love, our hatred, our anger, they excite us and they also delight us. The third aim of a text is to persuade. अपनी तरफ रागिब करता है. Logical arguments. It persuades through logical arguments, through analytical arguments, through the arguments which are based on facts. Second, through the emotional appeal. For example, the king says to the soldiers, save the country, otherwise the people would slay down and kill your wives and children. So it appeals to the emotions. Rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions mean the questions which induce the people or which persuade the people to answer or to reply in a positive way. For example, who could be the savior of you other than I? The king says, and the people also reply that it is you, the king, who is the savior. Then, repetition and slogans. The writer uses different or similar words in the text, and those words are repeated so that those repeated ideas or words may affect and persuade the people. Comparison and contrast. For example, there is a thing which is compared or contrast with the other thing. The fourth purpose of reading a text is to instruct the audience or the readers. For this purpose, stories and holy books are used. Stories have the moral lesson, which instruct and which guide the people. And similarly, the holy books, such as the Holy Quran, the Bible, and the other books, they tell the people which way they must go. So these things instruct the people as well. A writer has a golden chance to express his emotions and feelings through a text. For example, by writing a diary, he expresses his feelings and emotions and all the experiences. And then, if the writer is an artistic, he expresses his art and beauty through the text, through rhyming scheme, through the use of words, through metaphors, through similes, and through other figures of speech. Then comes the functions of a text. In the functions of a text, the first one is descriptive function. In descriptive function, the vivid details of the incidents and the stories and the different events are described. The examples of these are novel and travelogue, in which the travels are described. Second is the narrative function. Narrative function has the sequence of events. For example, stories and biographies are the piece of writings in which the people tell about the lives of the other people, such as the biography of Newton, biography of Alam Iqbal, like expository function. In expository function, we have the logical analysis or the analysis of the things on the facts and figures, such texts are based on essays and research. Directive function. In directive function, order or guidance is given. For example, a king or the commander or the officer gives the order through the message. And similarly, guidance is given through the holy books or the constitution or any legal or lawful book. Interactional functional. Interactional functional is used for the social relationship and the social correspondence. It is used through letters or the readers' corners in the newspapers. Referential function. The referential function is based on the references, allusions, or the lines or quotations of any author or any other writer. It is based on facts and figures, meaning that it is based on the things, on the talks, on the statements of the other writers. It is based on news in the newspapers and encyclopedia such as Wikipedia and other pedias. As far as the analysis of the text is considered, the first thing is to understand the purpose of the text. Means that why has the writer written that text and what is the purpose behind it? And then there is to identify the theme. What is the theme or what is the main idea of the text? Meaning, for example, we have the book Paradise Lost. So, what is the idea of writing the book or writing the epic Paradise Lost? In that Paradise Lost, we have the idea about the fall of man, how man had been fallen from heaven to this earth. Then there is the structure of the text. Structure means that what kind of structure the writer has used. There are different structures. For example, there is a formalistic structure. There is the Marxism structure of Marxism, and there are other structures as well. Then there is the language and style. What kind of language the writer has used, and what type of style he has used. And then context. Context mean the surroundings, the period, the time, the region, and all the surroundings or the thoughts the writer has. Thank you for watching this video. If you don't have subscribed to my channel, subscribe it. Learning English 3743. Thank you very much.